Hey YouTube fans, Boss Gunny back with another video, and today we're going to compare Siege Prowl versus Cyberverse Prowl. As you can see, they're both here in front of you, and we'll take a look at each one at a time. We'll start off with the Cyberverse. In car mode, he has nice paint apps. They painted all the glass light blue. His light bar, the Autobot symbol. His front end got some nice blue paint and some silver paint here. And nothing on the back. A little open spot where his legs go. And, underside you can kind of see how transformation is going to work out. So a very simple paint job, but I think it has a better paint job than the Siege one does. And he does roll like rolling things should. Now the Cyberverse one. When I bought this guy, I wondered why Hasbro went so cheap on the paint. And now since the Unicron's come out, we know why. Because they spent all the money on that guy. But as you can see, not much in the way of paint. Very little. Autobot symbol, a little black in the front. Just a touch of yellow in the corner of the headlights. His light bar, a little black on the sides, black in the back, clear wheels. And again, the transformation looks oddly like something we just saw. And if in case you're wondering what that writing says, it says police. I looked it up. It actually says police. And it matches the markings on the Micromaster. So, they both say police. Now let's get into transformation. We're going to do both of these. We'll do the Cyberverse one first. This one's simple. Kind of bend the back like this. And you flip out the legs. Fold his feet out. Like that. Pop the doors open. Flip his arms up. Rotate the arm out. Like this. Take the whole top piece. Rotate it down. Take his arm. Rotate the shoulder joint. So that it's up. Like that. Do the same thing for the other side. Make sure the joint locks into place. There's one. There's the other. And there's his doors. And are we done? Yep. Pull his knees back. And we're done. Simple as that. And there you have Siege, Prowl, and Robot mode. And for Robot mode, he has the Autobot symbol up top. He has a more toonish head sculpt. So blue on the arms, there's the chest. Of course, all this we've already seen. On the back side, light bar. Yeah, there is the hollowness back here, but not too much in the way of a backpack, even though he does have a gimmick. He does not come with any guns, but to fire his gimmick, take your finger, push on the front of the bumper, push down. Boom. Do it again. Just lock them back. And just push on the front. Boom. You do get his shoulder blasters. And he does have peg holes in his hand, so he can actually carry any 5mm gun. For articulation, for a Cyberverse figure, this guy is very good. He has no head articulation, no up or down. It's just there. It's just static. The shoulders, you push the doors out the way. The arm will go all the way around. He does have an elbow bend, about 90 degrees. It does go up, does go down, does go out. So, lots of posability on the shoulder. No wrist swivel, of course. He does not have a waist joint. He does have a thigh joint, no swivel, but it does go forward. It goes back, and he can do the full splits. The knee joint can go better than 90 degrees. And the feet can go back if you need it. No forward, no side to side. But as I said, for a Cyberverse figure, he has plenty of articulation. So that's one. Now on to the Siege figure. Take the Siege. Transformation, ironically, is almost identical. Pop the legs back to open the doors. Doors open. Legs come back. They fold out all the way down. You can split them. Make sure you pull out his heels. And now we get to the front. Come back here. Pull his arms up like so. Turn them outwards like this. Take it, bend it at this point. Lift this whole thing up. Pull this panel out. Push in the middle of the hood here to pull that piece out. That piece will go in this slot. And then the whole thing will just come down and lock into place right here at the waist. Turn his head around. Do a 180 on his legs. Rotate the shoulders until you get that. The same on the other side. Rotate it up. And there you have Siege Prowl. Now, out of the two figures, this one has the harder time standing. And, again, like I said, I think they really cheaped out on him because they did not give him his shoulder cannons. But there is a way you can get them. One, you can get a set for repro labels, which I got. Here they are. There's one. You can get these from repro labels, and they will peg into the ports like this. They do not peg in tightly though, so they're just more for looks than they are for anything else, because they're just there. So you can do that, or you can do probably what most people have done, and you bring in 6-gun, and you're going to need 5 parts of 6-gun. Going to need the torso, the complete arm assembly with pistol, both of these. You put the torso in this manner. Fold out the piece here because you're going to need that. These are the leg joints. Fold them out like this. And this is going to be his backpack. You take the arm piece, that peg hole right there, and you're going to stick it in. That peg hole goes in here. Like this. And do the other side the same way. And that goes in there like that. You take this whole assembly, put this peg here, come back with Prowl, that peg hole right there, just plug this whole assembly into that hole. And there you go. It gives Prowl his gives him shoulder cannons. The problem with this particular setup is he's extremely top heavy. And he can't hold his balance on these little clogs he's wearing down here. So he has a tendency to fall over if you're not leaning him on something. So it's either repro labels or you can mess around with cog and come up with something like this. This isn't bad, but like I said, it makes him extremely top heavy. But he will pose like that and then fall over. So those are the two options for shoulder cannons. I do believe Smokescreen is coming with shoulder cannons. So maybe somebody will 3D print those. That would be awesome. So for articulation, his head does do the up and down, a little side to side, does do the whole 180. 360, my bad. The arms, just like the other one, will rotate all the way around. They will fold out. And the elbow is 90 degrees. And you do get wrist rotation. He does have waist rotation. The feet are on a ball joint, so you can get the up, the way back, and he can do the full splits as well. He does not have swivel, as I said, no knee swivel, but you do get better than 90 degrees on the knee. And you can pivot his foot here. No side no, there is some side rotation. I did not know that. So he will give you some side rotation, and you can pose his heel. So for a Siege figure, this guy is actually pretty articulate, but this Cyberverse figure with him is also pretty articulate. And if you're looking at the price points of these guys, you know, one is $20, the other one was $12. And like I said, they're pretty good figures, although I do give the Cyberverse one the edge because he already has shoulder cannons, and finding a pistol to put in his hand is a lot easier than finding shoulder cannons, as I've already shown. And the QC issues. It is surprising that the Cyberverse figure, being the cheaper figure you would think would have the issues, but he does not have any QC issues at all. The Prowl, this guy on the other hand, has a couple, and they're basically in the paint. He doesn't have any physical defects, but he has paint defects. One, there's a nice little blue mark right down the back of his head. And his light bar has a splotch on it as well. And the fact that you cannot actually let him hold this weapon because he's incapable of holding it as an axe. So you can't tell us that that's a thing when it's not a thing. Like I said, I like both figures. As I said, I did get a repro label set for this one, so I'm hoping he's going to look a lot better after we get him stickered up. And I will probably post something on Twitter after I've done that, although I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that. But that's all I've got today. Until next time, remember, to help control the Insecticon population, please have your Insecticon spayed or neutered.